very gentle. And the gentleness continues on the next track, Savior Complex.
Oh, yeah. Which has a great video if you've never seen it.
Oh, yeah. I didn't see any video content. So after this, I'll tackle that side of it. I wanted to be like purely influenced by audio and the art.
Yeah.
Definitely going to dig into the video content because I know there's also a guitar smashing on SNL that is very iconic.
Yes.
But Savior Complex, I think, is this like kind of a white knight syndrome deal? Like somebody who's always trying to save everybody?
It seems like it, but it also, like, you know, you start off with emotional affair, overly sincere. It's like, is it like an affair, like an emotional affair in the sense of like emotions are involved, or are we having an affair with someone? There's that, you know, the double entendre, as it were. You know, there's all these allusions to things not being like as kind as, or like, and I've even seen stuff where she's like, you know, I have this problem where like I get really close to somebody and I start at some point like treating them like, or I'll say things to them that like I would say to my parents, where it's like you don't even really realize what you've said or like the way that you've said it. You just like, because I'm so comfortable with you, I'll just say this thing and like the other person's like, well, that fucking sucked. Like, could you not say that? And then the person in like her shoes would be like, what are you talking about? Like, I was just saying blah, blah, blah. And you're like, oh yeah, that was shitty. I shouldn't have done that. But it's like sort of like a distance maintaining. So like, yeah, some of this is like, feels like part of that, like, you know, mentioning crocodile tears. It's unclear why they're like sweating through the sheets. There's a whole thing about people being vampires. Like,
oh yeah, that's a good line. Baby, you're a vampire. You want blood, and I promised I'm a bad liar.
Yes.
With the Savior Complex, all the skeletons you had, show me yours, and I'll show you.
Yeah, and like the art is the skeletons seemingly coming out of the closet, I would assume. Like,
yes.
Like you keep some secrets in there, and like, you show me your skeletons, I'll show you mine. Although, show me yours and I'll show you mine is also another double entendre.
Yep.
All the bad dreams that you hide, like all those things, like it's okay to tell me all the bad stuff, but also like you may not want to do that because I might use it against you. But I'm also telling you to go ahead and do that because at the end of the day, I'll still save you. Like, and like, yeah, it's like, are they an actual vampire, an emotional vampire? Like, what kind of vampire are we talking about here? Like, I just love all the like layers. There's also, I can't remember the movie. There's a movie with, is it Under the Skin? You seen that movie?
Oh yeah, Charlotte.
Yes.
This is like a robot.
I can't listen to this song without envisioning that movie because of the whole like I'll drive around again, one hand on the wheel, one in your mouth, turn me on, turn me down, baby you're a vampire, that whole thing. Like it's like it, for some reason it conjures that movie because she's driving around finding victims
like stalking dudes.
Yeah.
that's an excellent film.
So like
we should
do that one. It's a good one. But yeah, it's all over the place and in the best way. Like it's another one of those, I've always taken it as sort of like another magical realism sort of trip in this because I kind of see this whole record because of DVD menu, all that, the cyclical nature, like almost like it's a movie, like, and it's supposed to play like the chapters in a DVD as you watch it, because she is of the age where like a DVD would have been a big deal, obviously. She is younger than this old, bald, ridiculous Lex Luthor wannabe. But yeah, and it kind of fits into that like magical realism sort of thing. So I think there's like some like, you're not really a vampire, but you are, but like, maybe I really want you to be.
So the next track, you talked about some hospital imagery, and this one kind of puts you in that mind. Just with the title, I See You. But I mean, but it's also kind of a wordplay. Like, I see you. So which one? This one. Let's see here. What's going on in this one?
I think this is the most obviously about her and the drummer.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because it's got the lines, I used to light you up, but now I can't even get you to play drums because I don't know what I want until I fuck it up.
Right. And I think
that's the hardest thing.
I think I remember this one being the one that I'm trying to think. I think this is the one that they either changed or thought about changing the fact that it was I See You, the letters, because of lockdown. I think there was like a thing about that, and I think maybe they didn't, or maybe it was originally like the actual acronym, like I period, C period, U period, that kind of thing, and they took those out so it would be less like triggering for folks. Right. But yeah, sorry, that was just, I just remembered that. Yeah, I love the line in here about I hate your mom. I hate it when she opens her mouth. It's amazing to me how much you can say when you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. I remember hearing this song. I think I heard this one just before I got my copy, and I was like, and I heard that line, and I was just like, wow, that is a shot. Like, wow, that is rough. But I'm sure there are many people on this planet who either have a mother-in-law, father-in-law, somebody who they can just be like, oi.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But my goodness, the so many examples throughout history. Fleetwood Mac, Superchunk. I mean, when you have a interpersonal relationship and then that falls apart, but you still have to have a creative relationship. Yeah. Oh man, that's a. I mean, is this drummer on the album or is she just referencing?
He's there. He still plays. Like he's basically like.
Okay. That's what I was getting at. Like, were they able to like move forward with the creative relationship?
He plays drums on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tracks. 5 of the 11 tracks are him. So yeah, he's on there, and he's still in her band as far as I know, and impressive. Still like helps her write. Like I think he's like basically her writing partner. Like yeah. So yeah, I think they are all still tight, but I think that like they're definitely the hallmarks of. And that's another way, to take this record is like, it's a breakup record it's a breakup record wrapped in all this other stuff, which is awesome. It's awesome to hear. Oh, yeah. I mean, not great to go through.
Even the last line of the song, and I'll leave it wide open and let the dystopian morning light pour in. But that suits both, the crumbling relationship, but also the dystopian world that was the lockdown. It's like, hey, we're all at home forever, making bread and posting videos, hoping that one day we get to go to concerts again.
Right. And like the whole thing about like she brings it, it's like another cycle sort of thing. Like she starts out by talking about laying down on the lawn, tired of trying to get in the house. It's like, so obviously she's locked either herself out or someone has locked her out of her own house. And she's like, ugh. And I've always envisioned it like, you're like, maybe you had a little bit too much to drink, and you just like can't put it all together. And she just like, right, just lays down. And then at the end, it's like, I'll climb through the window again, but right now it feels good not to stand. It's like, yeah. I think most of us have been there.
So here we go. Here's my favorite track. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the show, Graceland 2. It's just so gentle and so sweet, and it's just it's a warm musical hug.
About some like heavy shit. Like,
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out, serotonin chewing on cheeks. Sounds like we got some MDMA or something. Or what is
I
that?
mean,
What's
I've
happening
always
there?
taken it no longer a danger to herself or others. Like, it feels
Someone
like she's
lost.
been, whoever she is, has been either self or asked to be committed, for lack of a better phrase. Like, they have been taken away from society, whether it's like I forget what the law is, that like 24 hours or whatever, if you seem like you might be a danger to yourself or others. And once you're deemed not that, you are able to leave under your own recognizance. And then I like the part about she yelled down the hall but nobody answered, so she walked outside without an excuse because she's free to go now, so she doesn't have to actually have like any reason to go to like ask anybody's permission. And then, she can do anything she wants. She could go home, but she's not going to.
Yeah.
Which is like the best. I love that. Like, the rest of the song is magic. Like, the whole song is magic, but I love just that front half where it's like she could go home, but she's not going to go. She's not doing that. She's going to go do something else. Nobody's sure what that is, but at that point. It's also a very interesting piece of art because it seems to be the doggy,
Right.
but also eating the saltines.
That's what struck me. I didn't know that other people ate saltines besides myself.
We all do. It's a secret. We all do.
I haven't seen saltines since like decades.
We all do.
But I mean, it was a staple of my childhood. Yes. I mean, saltine crackers. It was just like every day. Yep. It's like when your level of spiciness is some salt.
Right.
Then try a saltine. But that grabbed me. But yeah, and then the closing refrain, whatever you want me to do, I will do whatever she wants. Whatever she wants, I will do anything. I will do anything, whatever you want.
That's so good.
So, that can be either way. Like you said, either that's the person like, okay, you're free to go, but you just choose not to go, or maybe that's more we're just devotional, open, like, hey, I'll do anything you want me to do, right. Whatever it takes to make your life better or to bring you back.
Right. And I don't know if maybe it's a reference to her. I don't know if eating saltines is a thing that she does. I know that she is a huge dog lover. So I don't know. The song could also just be about her dog. I literally don't know. But it has always struck me that that line about that she starts it with no longer a danger to herself or others has always made me think that it was like somebody who has been confined for some reason and is now free to go, and what they do with that. What is that? What does it mean? What does it mean, to go and be a rebel without a clue?
What is it? How does it tie in with Graceland?
I think it's just from the Elvis, because she picks a direction. It's 90 in Memphis.
Okay.
She predictably winds up thinking of Elvis and wonders if he believes songs could come true. I don't know if possibly the person was already in Memphis and was like, all right, I'm going to try and pick a place to go. I honestly have always misheard that lyric because I haven't looked at this lyric sheet in forever, and I always thought she said it's 90 to Memphis, meaning miles to get to Memphis. So I always thought it was somewhere between either on the west side of that or the east side, either way, like Little Rock or something. But now that I'm seeing it's 90 in Memphis, I'm assuming that's referring to the temperature. So, but yeah, I enjoy also the line of she wonders if Elvis believes songs could come true. It's a great line. It's just like a little nugget of gets you start thinking about it a little bit more. It's good. Yeah, I have nothing to add. on that one. Besides, it's just so good. It's definitely become one of my favorites as well. Like,
and if you say Boy Genius has some of this flavor, then I'll definitely dig into that because I thought this was really sweet.
Yeah, it's good.
And lovely.
The first Boy Genius, the first EP is more like that. More, I think, more like a group of us playing together, and especially their live performances were much more like subdued. And then the album that they put out is more like rockin' like band thing, but it still has those moments for sure.
That's cool. So we've come to the end. I know the end. This is the one, like, after the SNL thing, like, I could not get on social media without somebody like, she's the new Fugazi. She's the new Fugazi. or just like something like, Phoebe Bridgers, she's like new punk rock. Right. Or like there was some like exclamation that, Phoebe had ushered in a new age of something.
Yeah.
But this track does push the boundaries a little bit because the folkiness and the low key indie emo thing is still there that was present on all of these tracks, but there is this cinematic rave up at the end. Yeah. And I wanted there to be more of that. Right. I was like, man, she can do a whole album of this type of thing, and I would be fine with that.
Yeah.
I don't know that she would. I think that probably, the strength of this album is the diversity of the styles and the production.
Right.
But yeah, I would be totally fine if it was all like.
Yeah, I think she's really great at all of it. I think she is really good with. I think this song is like, if like she had put out Punisher and it was like just this song, I think people would still be. We'd still be talking about it in the same way because it's like this song is like the entire record collapsed into like one 5-minute shot. Maybe not even 5 minutes. I think it's 5 minutes long, something like that. But it's like
it is the longest track.
But it's like the entire record distilled into like one piece of music. I feel like it's got, like you said, it's got all the like. There's like if you really crank this one up, there's so many weird like whispery things going on in the background during the opening quiet part, and then you have that like second half. There's like a hard like stop basically, and then you have the second half, which is the big build into the end, and it's just it's kind of magical, honestly. Like,
and this is surely the set closer. I didn't get to see Phoebe live when she came to my venue on the Stranger Than Alps, and there was no tour for this.
Right.
Was there a makeup tour?
I think they did. She actually went on tour at one point. She was like Taylor Swift had her opening. Like, so it was like it's kind of like I think they got to do plenty of shows after, but I don't think it fully got. I don't think it got as much as it probably would have. Honestly, I mean,
but she didn't do like her own headlining tour for Punisher.
I don't think so. Or if she did, it was very abbreviated and not the big guy.
And I'm glad the Taylor Swift thing came up because that's I hear a little bit of that, in the Phoebe stuff. There is kind of like the pop sensibility.
Oh sure, yeah.
Like I don't know. I mean, it's a little more complex than your average indie folk.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I think there's I think when this record came out, people were like, "Oh, she like reinvented folk music." I think it was like some of the like hyperbole that was being thrown around. It's like
we heard different hyperbole.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't think she would be like, "Yes, I reinvented folk music." She doesn't strike me as the kind of person to be like, "Exactly what I set out to do." I think she's like, no, I've tried to make a good record, and I'm proud of it, and I think we did a good job, and I hope I get to do another one.
Yeah.
But yes, and this song.
So there's all kind of great lines on it. My favorite one is driving out into the sun, let the ultraviolet cover me up. Went looking for a creation myth, ended up with a pair of cracked lips. Windows down, scream along to some America First rap.
So I cheated a little bit, and I watched a video about this song that was like sponsored by Genius. That I guess she did it in lockdown. And if you don't know Genius is like a lyric, I don't know, repository. I guess it's like where people go and like they try and decipher the lyrics for songs, and people will put meanings to them or whatever. But they did a set of videos with different people in lockdown or whatever, and they did one with her for this, and they go like basically like stanza by stanza, like the breakdown, and she's like, oh yeah, it's about this, it's about that. So for this one I cheated. So she she said that it is quite literally the majority of this is about an apocalyptic moment. Like it's literally about the end of the world. Right. And like there's some of the moments in there, like where is it? Not even the burnouts live out here anymore. That whole thing. She's like, yeah. It's kind of like imagining how different sets and subsets of people would react in the moment that they realize that the world is actually ending. She's like, I know there's probably friends of mine that would like go and hide in a bunker, and like I have other friends that would do whatever. She's like, I would probably hop in my car and like drive up the 5 up to Northern California where her grandparents are from. She's like, I always have this romanticized vision of that, even though like their house is gone. I really don't have anywhere to go to, but I would probably go there. And so like she's referencing like the whole like a creation myth is like, I want to have this like hero's journey for myself, but I really don't have anywhere to go. And so it's I'm envisioning this thing that's not actually going to happen because, well, the world is also ending. And she's like, I am very pasty and pale, and so like when I get hit with the sun, literally, she's like, I just fry. So like I would literally just end up with cracked lips. And then the America First rap country song, she's like, my grandmother listened to like pop country radio as a kid, and my mom listens to it, and she's like, I know because it was around me so much, I know the lyrics to so much of that stuff. She's like, I know the lyrics to Toby Keith songs, but she's like, fuck Toby Keith. But like if it comes on, like I know it, and she's like, that's sort of like a reference to the fact that like that's probably what I would just be screaming out the car while the world is ending. But yeah. And then the first part, somewhere in Germany, but I can't place it. Man, I hate this part of Texas, is another like tour illusion. Yeah. I guess she was saying that Bright Eye's former tour manager was like he was Bill Sullivan, who was a tour manager for like the Replacements. He's been around for years. He would always say that in like a place like a get off the bus, in some like nowhere depressing part of Germany, and be like, I hate this part of Texas. It was just like his way to like break the silence, and she was like, I always loved that he said that, and so she worked it into here. But this is the whole thing, like fantasizing what your life off the road will be like once you get home, but that it's actually not going to be that way. She's like, I always planned to like plant a garden. She's like, we've been off the road. This was done in 2020, the interview was. And she was like, I've been home for like a year now, and like there's no garden. Like, I haven't done any of that. But like your room is the best place. All you're going to do is like, sleep late and wake up and just go back to sleep, and it'll be the best time. And instead you're like, get home and then you're bored, and then you want to go back out on the road, but that's also hard. And so a lot of that is the front half, and then it turns into the apocalyptic nightmare that we all get to witness in the end.
But that's why it resonated so much in the COVID times, like that uncertainty and that, oh man, I can't wait to get out and do these simple little things that I took for granted. So yeah, I think it resonates for the COVID lockdown crowd, but it also, like you said, ties in with that tour brain. Like, I can't wait to get out in the middle of nowhere. I am out in the middle of nowhere. I can't wait to get out of this.
Right.
There's always I got to get away from whatever I'm in, whichever version of the thing I'm in.
Because I mean, as you know, like the touring thing is like, it's like all you ever want to do as a musician, and then you get to do it, and there's a party that's like, this is amazing for like the first like 2 weeks. You're like, yeah, and then if you're gone for like, in my case, sometimes I know we would be gone, 3-4 months. Maybe more at a shot, and if you're playing with multiple people or something like that, you could just kind of chain those together, and it's like you get to this point where you're like what is home? Like, where is home? Like, what do you do with it when you're there? But you have this vision of it. You romanticize the greatest place on earth would just be the room that I have at home, and I can just have my own space, and I don't have to answer to anybody or move out of their way or whatever. And then suddenly you're like, oh, I'm home. But now nobody knows any of the jokes that I'm saying, or like nobody knows any of the like movies that we saw, or like any of the things we did, or I can't relate any of my stories. And so like, and then you like slowly work your way back around to like, now I want to go back on the road again, and then you just repeat.
Rinse and repeat.
Just keep doing the same thing over and over again. And, but yes, it is a perfect allegory for like or metaphor, whatever, English. It's
punish yourself.
Yes, it's a perfect illustration of that mindset that happened, especially in quarantine. I mean, lockdown world was just like nowhere to go, nothing to do. And then, like, even when you could go do something, it's like, do we really go do that yet? I'm not sure. Yeah. I feel weird about it. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Is the world ending? No one's sure. I mean, yeah.
The verdict is still out.
Yeah, the world could still be ending. I mean, that's the other piece of context to put on this, honestly, is that 2020, this record comes out in 2020 after January 6th. After, all that amazing, crazy bullshit. And like, so there's on top of all of the things, there's that. And you're just like, what are we doing? Like, what is happening? Like, what am I seeing on TV right now? Like, but I think this song is just like a great, it really just wraps everything up in this record into one lovely little package and delivers it like the bird in your teeth right to your door. And like, there it is. And Phoebe is like, I'm going to go do 8 million other things now and not make another record for 5 years. And I'll see you on the other side.